Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the second part of the secondary lymphoid organs. In this, we should know malt. Malt is the mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. The mucosal layer of the alimentary canal, respiratory tract and urinogenital tracts are provided with dispersed groups of lymphoid tissues known as malt. These tissues are usually without a capsule. In human beings, the Peyer's patches, the tonsils and appendix are good examples of lymphoid tissues found in the mucosal layer of the alimentary canal. Hence, these tissues are also referred to as galt. Galt means gut associated lymphoid tissue. Now we'll know the Peyer's patches. Peyer's patches are secondary lymphoid organs. Organs or tissues. They are malt. Malt means mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. They are collection of lymphoid nodules packed together to form oblong elevations of the mucous membrane of the small intestine. They consist of a mixture of T and B lymphocytes where the T cells predominate. The Peyer's patches are covered by specialized epithelial cells which have no microvilli. But the surface seems wrinkled or folded under the scanning electron microscope. This is called microfold. The cells of the microfold, the M cells, contain vesicles which actively transport particulate antigens from the lumen of the gut into the dome area. Dome area means area below the folded area. Here the priming of both T and B lymphocytes occurs as a result of antigenic stimulation. The primed B lymphocytes migrate via efferent lymphatics and the mesenteric lymph nodes to the thoracic duct and thus enter the blood. These cells very soon re-enter the lamina propria of the gut, where they mature into IgA plasma cells. These IgA plasma cells later form into secondary IgA molecules. The secretory IgA gets transported across the mucosa into the intestinal lumen where it neutralizes viruses, bacteria and toxins and blocks the entry of these antigens into circulation by acting as an antigenic paint. Now we'll know the tonsils. Tonsils are lymphoid tissues encircling the pharynx. They are secondary lymphoid tissues. They form malt, that means mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. They are very similar to thymus in the internal structure. They are rather larger in childhood and tend to diminish with age. The tonsils contain a considerable amount of lymphoid tissue and composed mostly of B lymphocytes. The lymphocytes are packedly arranged in follicles which usually contain large germinal centers. There are three types of tonsils: palatine tonsils, lingual tonsils and pharyngeal tonsils. The palatine tonsils occur on the palate. The lingual tonsils are at the base of the tongue and the pharyngeal tonsils, also called adenoids, they are at the back of the pharynx. Like the spleen and lymph nodes, the tonsils also set up resistance to infecting microbes. It is said that the tonsils sample the microbes in the inhaled air and form suitable antibodies. Students, did you understand? I hope you have understood well. If you have any doubt, you can post your doubt in our WhatsApp group or in the Google Classroom. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.